At the Brooklyn Children's Museum, there's a new display for Black History Month. It features a new exhibit by quilt artist Faith Ringgold, who's also a children's book author. New York One arts reporter Stephanie Simon is there this morning with more on this show. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Pat. Well, we are actually deep in the vault of the Brooklyn Children's Museum, where they're getting ready for the new exhibit of Faith Ringgold's work. And it is illustrations from her book, Dinner at Aunt Connie's House. And joining us this morning is the legendary artist, Faith Ringgold. Faith, thanks for being with us. Tell us about this book, Dinner at Aunt Connie's House.
Well, this book, Dinner at Aunt Connie's House, was actually published in 1993. It is the third of my 14 children's books. And the original quilt from which it was inspired was called the Dinner Quilt. And that was inspired by none other than Judy Chicago's dinner party. So the story is a story that I'm very, very happy with. It inspires children to be all they can be. And we know today that's a big issue, isn't it?
Well, you've got two main characters, Melody and Lonnie, and along the way they meet important African-American women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Sojourner Truth.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all women who are such wonderful women that I thought the children should know about them. In Judy's dinner party, unfortunately, it's only one of these women, and that's Harriet Tubman. But so that encouraged me to do a dinner party in which 12 African-American women would be there to inspire the children.
And at the end of the book, this book was published in 1993, Melody wants to be what?
President of the United States. Yeah, well, I thought, what's the most unlikely thing that's going to happen? That's the thing I want to encourage them to do. And so it was Melody becoming President of the United States, and Lonnie he wants to become an opera singer because he's very inspired by Marian Anderson. So I tried to get them to reach as high as possible, but I think our president is the one that's getting them to reach the highest.
All right. Important messages. Thank you very much, Faith Ringgold. She is an author, artist, illustrator, quilt maker, and a new exhibit of her artwork opens here tomorrow at the Brooklyn Children's Museum. It is called Faith Ringgold Sampler, and for more information, kids can go online to brooklynkids.org. That's the latest from Crown Heights. Stephanie Simon, New York One. Pat, back to you.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
The Brooklyn Children. The Arts Report. The Brooklyn Children's Museum celebrates Black History Month with a new exhibit by the quilt artist Faith Ringgold. Our Stephanie Simon has the story.
In the vaults of the Brooklyn Children's Museum are these original works of art by Faith Ringgold. But the famed artist and author says the greatest treasure is the ability to inspire children. These are the illustrations for her best-selling children's book, Dinner at Aunt Connie's House.
The story is a story that I'm very, very happy with. It inspires children to be all they can be.
In the book, the two main characters, Melody and Lonnie, meet important African-American women in history, including Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, and Marian Anderson.
These things will help children to understand who and what they can be and what they can do in this world in a way that no amount of talking can do.
The original artwork is part of a new exhibition at the Brooklyn Children's Museum called Faith Ringgold, a Sampler. In addition to the artwork, there will also be film screenings and hands-on quilt making workshops. Director of Collections Beth Alberty says Ringgold, perhaps best known for her book Tar Beach, is a pioneering artist.
She came into prominence really in the 60s as part of a generation of women and African Americans who were making art in the traditions of fine art, but also incorporating traditional women's crafts such as sewing and quilting, as well as painting and sculpture, and also incorporating African themes and African American themes.
And at the end of the book, Dinner at Aunt Connie's House, Melody decides she wants to be President of the United States.
Well, you know, that's the height of achievement, is it not? We didn't quite get that, but we got something else wonderful. We got the first African American president, and that's a thrill.
For more details on the new Faith Ringgold exhibit, you can go online to the Arts Report at ny1.com. In Crown Heights, Stephanie Simon, New York 1.